Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell. I'm out and about, getting things done, setting things up so we can continue to keep working even harder. I've had a couple of close brethren ask me if I would get out and make a video on what is happening politically in this country. I said, okay, ain't no big deal, I'll do it. So, basically, in a nutshell, the conversation goes like this. What is going on with the Democrats and the Republicans and stuff? What's going on? I mean, why is it that they can't seem to come together on anything? Well, it's all about political posturing. And it's all about understanding the nuclear option. You know, I'll tell you, sometimes as a minister, a pastor, a shepherd, sometimes I feel like Donald Trump. Watch this. The news media is constantly calling him King Trump. Ever heard that before? Constantly trying to paint him and make the whole public, everybody think that he's a dictator. Ever heard that before? All the while, he's the only one that's getting stuff done. As a matter of fact, he's done more in his presidency here in the last 11 months than Biden did in, 4 years. Even though he was there, he was still AWOL, absent without leave. Lights on, ain't nobody home. But anyway, not throwing too many shots here. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you what's happening, okay? We have a Republican president, Donald Trump. We have the Republican majority in the Senate. And we have the Republican majority in the House. What's going on now is a word called filibustering. And that word filibustering, I'm going to try to, instead of just give you the definition, I'm going to try to let you comprehend and understand what it means. What it means is if you have a minority, Democrats, in the Senate, and if they want to do whatever they can to posture and slow the Republicans down, to stop everything that they're doing, they got two things they can do. They can sit there and talk all night long and keep on talking while nothing gets done. Or they can sit there and take things to a vote, and the Democrats can never side with any policies that the Republicans is putting forth. Zero. And that's exactly what is taking place. The Senate has been, they done had 15 votes. And now one Democrat has voted for the government to move forward, to not shut down. As a matter of fact, Chucky Schumer said that, hey, we don't care if planes is falling out of the skies. We're not moving. Well, what's the main issue? What is the crux of the matter? What's really taking place in all this? Well, the main issue is this. The Democrats want $1.5 trillion for Obamacare to help give what they call the illegals or the illegal immigration or I forget all the names they got right now, the migrants and everything else, health care. And the Republicans said, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. And so Chucky and the House minority leader, or the Senate minority leader, has got all the Democrats in lockstep. I mean, after all, think about it. You only need 51 votes to have the majority, right? Well, hey, and they've been holding on, been trying to play, the Republicans has been trying to play nice ball with the Democrats. And of course, the ignorant Democrats who don't know what's going on, except when they listen to their pundit on radio and stuff, and everybody gets all emotionally charged, still don't know what the hell's going on. But it seems like the thing to do at the time. At least we're doing something. We have emotions. They want to try to point the finger and say all this is on the Republicans, but that's not true. You know, it seems like I get that too all the time. People lie on Pastor Dowell all the time. Let me digress here for a second. You know, the book says, out of the mouth of two or more witnesses, let every word be established. Against an elder, receive not an accusation. And I tell you, man, all these people are supposed to be trusting in God. First thing they do is run to social media and email, lie their rear end off on Pastor Dowell. I done got so used to it now. I think I'm like a honey badger. I think I'm literally immune to snake venom now. Literally immune to it. Back on the social political front, okay? Oh, I might as well add economics in it since money has to do with it. So social, political, and economics. All right. So the Democrats, they're sticking their chest out. Man, they're posturing extremely hard too. Yeah, we got them. We got them. Well, they thought they had them. A lot of people didn't get no SNAP benefits, no EBT cards, a lot of this other stuff. And I tell you, this is another part right here that people hate more than anything. Anybody been listening to me for the last 30 years? The last 30 years? 30 years. I've been telling y'all about stuff like this, and it's only going to go from bad to worse for years and years and years on end. It's only going to go from bad to worse. Pretty soon, I expect people calling me up and asking me to have some interviews with them concerning the revelation of actually living communal with like-minded people. It's all over the place. Seems to be the topic of conversation. Well, anyway, since the Democrats does not have the majority in the House or the Senate, well, they just sit there and sit on their hands. And they just don't have nobody that's going to cross the aisle and actually side with the Republicans, because they need 60 votes right now. 60 votes in order to open the government back up. Well, there's a thing called the nuclear option. And the nuclear option goes like this. President Trump can actually, because the House and the Senate and the presidency, the Republicans have the majority. And the ones who have the majority, guess what? They rule. And guess what they could do? They could just say, you know what? Forget you Democrats. We have the majority. We have the rule. We're going to open this government back up, and this is what we're going to do. We're tired of playing games with y'all. And, of course, you know what that means. That means when and if and ever the Democrats ever get back in party or ever get back in control of the House, the Senate, or the presidency, you know what they'll do? They'll turn around and do the same thing. Forget you Republicans. I mean, because the only time we've ever seen anything like this ever take place, to where one party says, you know what, we're not going to play this game. We're just going to go ahead and confirm them ourselves. I think it was, what's that name, Kavanaugh, one of the Supreme Court justices, and then there was another lady, I forget her name right now, and the Republicans went ahead, confirmed them, and put them in office anyway, regardless of what the Democrat says. Because you have to understand, that's a lifetime appointee right there, and they ain't moving. They ain't moving from that. And when they say lifetime, they mean lifetime. They ain't going nowhere. But anyway, so what Trump can do is just take the 51 majority, or whatever the majority is that the Senate has, ignore the Democrats since they want to posture like this, and just go ahead and open up the government. Some people say, well, why in the world won't they just do it, Pastor? Again. Can you imagine if this country ever gets back into the hands of the Democrats again and we have to go through another Joe Biden? That means these ignoramuses would do anything. Because think about it. There's nothing that Trump can do that will be okay, right, or satisfy any Democrat in any way, shape, fashion, form whatsoever at all. Even if the Republicans turn around and capitulate and say, you know what, we'll go ahead and give you Obamacare and everything else and let all the illegals and everything have all the insurance in the world, like more so than the Americans, they were still criticizing. They will still disparage his name. They will still, and that's just like I told you, I'm familiar with this stuff, because it's like, man, I get no credit for nothing. And those of you who know me personally, and there's many of you that do, I ain't talking about these pundits out here that just lie on Pastor Dowell. I'm talking about those of you who know me personally. Y'all know me. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know how hard I work, and you definitely know how honest and forthright and forthcoming I am. Now, are there supposed to be people that side with the enemy, side with the devil, that's supposed to try to falsify information, disparage my name, and damage my reputation with lies? It's supposed to be, but I still remain unaffected. I told you, I feel like a honey badger nowadays. And that's how Trump does. If you notice, man, Trump is like, man, oops, care about all this noise. And he'll just tell you, if you don't like it, he don't like it. I don't like it, and probably never will. I agree with that sentiment. But, so, they're probably going, if the Democrats don't wake up and smell the coffee real soon, they're probably going to just say, you know what, forget this. Open back up the government. We got the majority vote. That's it, period. We're not going to sit up here and capitulate and try to get along with you when there's obvious no get along in you whatsoever at all. Just ain't simply ain't going to do it. And, hey, that's just the risk you take. What's better for the American public? I mean, after all, we're over $38 trillion in debt anyway. Can we do any worse? It's bad. It's really bad. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Money answers all things, but it ain't going to save a lot of people, especially when money doesn't mean anything. Man. Boy. Sure would be nice if we had honorable people out here today, wouldn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. The bitterness that you're experiencing from the Democrats and holding up everything and causing all this pain and suffering with the American people, you have this thing. You have the same way here on the internet. Same way. You got a bunch of people that just lie, and they're so hurt, and they can't win. And so they try it. Hey, I told y'all many, many years ago, when the enemy can't get to you, what he'll do is he'll lie. He has to lie in order to get many of you ears. And then you got to ask yourself a question. What kind of person does that make you? That somebody has to lie and falsify information just to get your ears to perk up, when you should know them that labor among you. I think the Republicans are really doing a really good job. More so than the Democrats did. I'm telling you that. Well, no doubt about it that people's lives are being affected. Because I'm in this video saying you better start getting some food. You should have been moved outside of what I've been saying that for 28 years. Get out of the cities, get into the country, live in a community with like precious people, like precious faith and stuff, and so you know exactly who your neighbors are. And even at that's even real, because we're dealing with people who present themselves as one way today, and then on careful evaluation, they end up being something totally else. You thought you knew them, but you didn't know them at all. Man, I tell you, offense and betrayal has become the favorite pastime with a lot of people today. And with all the mudslinging and everything that's going on out there, can you imagine if someone is speaking so evil about somebody? Can you imagine what they do when it comes time for your name to be brought up? Man. So, hey, I like the way Trump postured himself, and he's an authority. He's doing what he believes to be right. And right now he has the approval of the American people, and the Democratic approval rating has plummeted below 16%. 16%. And they still ain't budging and moving. Thereby showing you they don't give a nickel's worth of rat's ass about what the American public says, what the American Republic says. I didn't say democracy. I said republic. Well, hope it says something to stimulate thought. That is my prayer right there. I hope you learned something. And now you'll start to comprehend and understand what's all this carnival, all this showmanship, all this circus that's going on. It's really just sad. They're treating us like a bunch of pawns in that chess game. And that's the truth, and that's true straightway. Stay tuned. Consider coming over my Patreon channel. Link be down below, or on a video previously from this one. Call the number behind me. If you like to come and visit. We've got a lot of people calling in. A lot of people calling in, and not only they want to visit, people are blowing up our phones wondering what's real estate going for around here. Hey, man, I hope that everybody really truly gets it together before it's way, way too late. All right, King coming.